right, what's going on, folks? This is the Paladin's Tavern. My name is Joe. Today's record date is April 29th, and we're gonna be doing a little something different today, and maybe for a little while. I don't really know. I'm gonna see how things go. We're playing Magic the Gathering Arena. Magic is one of my favorite games. Whoops. All right, there we go. Yeah, one of my favorite games. I love Magic, have for many years, and along with Dungeons and Dragons. So just something I like to play that's not video game related, but right now for my life, one of the best ways to the best way to play Magic the Gathering is on Arena. I also have a MTGO account, which is Magic the Gathering Online, MTGO. That's a different thing. I have one of those as well, and many cards on that. So I don't know. I'm a big fan. I do enjoy Magic, and been looking to get some Magic stuff, Magic content on the channel. So I got a bunch of Magic decks. I did not create most of these decks. These kind of eventually came. They came with the game. I've had an account for Magic Arena for since the game came out. I think in 2019, 2018, something like that. So every now and again they'll give you like a new free deck to play. But I have made my own decks. Some are trash, some are awesome. This is my newest one, Just Sky Stomp. It's a 3-mana deck that was made primarily of cards from the new set, Dragons of Tarkir Dragonstorm. So I've been trying to I don't know. This deck is I've actually been enjoying it a lot. It's a 3-color deck, but really it's really a 2-color deck. It's mainly a lot of red, a lot of instant red spells. Some 3-color creatures, so instant red spells like Shock, Lightning Bolt, Lightning Strike, Twin Bolt. But then splash in a little blue for like Opt, which is really the only blue spell I have. Again, splash in a little white, Authority of the Consuls. It's an enchantment. Does a little removal there. Well, no. Authority of the Consuls doesn't do removal. What this does is it's an enchantment that helps me gain life whenever an opponent puts a creature down, but also it slows my opponent down by making their creatures tapped when they do put them down. This is the removal spell. An instant speed, destroy a target artifact or enchantment. And then I've got some 3-color creatures in here: Flamehold Grappler, Shiko, Paragon of the Way. And the whole thing about this deck is that when creatures are on the table and I'm casting, so what this deck wants to do is it wants to beat down the enemy with creatures, but also with instant burn spells. And then there's an interaction between casting your first and second instant burn spell on your turn with some of these other cards. So for example, Runescale Stormbrood, it's a 2/4 flyer, and whenever I cast a non-creature spell such as Shock or Twin Bolt or Lightning Strike, this card gets a 2/0 till end of turn. So it'll go from a 2/4 to a 4/4. until end of turn. And then if I just do another one, right? If I cast another non-creature spell, it'll go from a 4/4 to a 6/4 in that same turn. So it ramps up. The power on this ramps up fast. It also has a second side to this for 1 and a blue. I could cast Chilling Screech, which is at instant speed again. I get to just counter a spell with that's got mana value 2 or less on it. So so that's basically what this does. And I'm actually going to play this right now and see how I do. The whole thing about Arena right now for me is well, I guess one of my goals for the night is to just complete this quest here. It's worth 750 coins. I have to cast either 30 blue or black spells. So that's like the goal for the night, right, guys? So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna try and make that goal. And when I do, then I'll be able to get another pack of cards, and we'll open up some cards too. So that's what's going on tonight. Just going to relax, play some Magic, open up some cards, have a good time. So let's do Jeskai Stomp. Apologies if you can't see the right side of my screen because of the UI elements. Alright, I'll take this as an opening hand. Slow to start, but hopefully turn 2, turn 3, I'm hoping that a little something, a little spice in the hand. You know what? I'm not casting anything right now. Let's do that. Pass turn. This guy's going red-black. When this land enters, you gain life. Alright. Interesting. Still not putting anything down just yet. Although I'm almost halfway towards Shiko over here. Okay, here we go. Zergo's Vanguard creature, mobilize 1. His power is equal to the number of creatures you control. Alright, so this guy's going to be ramping up real fast. Slow the pace of the game down a little bit. Take a sip of my coffee. Put down a white. So I could cast any of these right now, and I could definitely remove him, but I'm not going to. What I'm looking for right now is I'm looking for that you know, second spell interaction at the table. 1/3 Death Touch with Mobilize. When this creature enters, Surveil 1. Alright, so he's going to go to a 2/3. Alright, I should probably start thinking about removing, because this guy's going to start getting out of control real fast. Yep. I'll let him, let me play Opt on his turn. Authority of the Consuls. Alright. We'll drop that. And we'll resolve. And resolve. Put this down now. Slow him down if we can. He's going to be dropping a lot of creatures, so I'll be gaining life when he does. Also, his creatures will be entering tap. That's going to slow them down a little bit. Let's see. 5. 3. What am I missing from this? Nothing, right? I just have 1 tapped. I could have cast Shiko, but that's alright. I try and play the long game on this. End turn. Maybe later, if I If I complete my quest early tonight, I might switch over to MTGO. Another life I'll be getting. So he's gonna hit me for 6 right now. Jeez. I'm not drawing into anything right now. Alright, so here comes Shiko. 4/5 flyer with vigilance, which means it doesn't tap after he attacks. When he enters, exile a non-land card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard. Copy it. So the only thing I have in my graveyard is opt right now. 6 mana. I could probably go shock. I could probably go shock on the enemy, on the opponent, hit him for 2, and then that's going to go into the graveyard, and then put down Shiko, pull out shock again, and hit the enemy for 2 again, making it a hit of 4. Well, let's do that. Go ahead. All right. Still have a lot of catching up to do. Yeah, this guy's not sure what's going on right now. He's like, what just happened here? Alright, so those 2 tokens come in. I gain 2 life. And I am going to... Oh, well, hold on a second here. He's got a lot of cards in his hand, and he's got a lot of untapped mana. Do I do the block? If I do the block, he might have a cantrip. And he'll probably knock out Shiko. I'm not going to block. I'm just going to take the hit. That's going to be 4, 5. That's going to be a 7 hit, though. It's a gamble. I'm going to do the gamble. I'm going to do the gamble. Does he have it? I bet you he's got it. He's gonna pump up the card. He's got it. Oh! Oh! Oh, I knew I should not have blocked. I knew it. Oh! Oh, well played, sir. Well played. Well played indeed. Oh man. All right, let's hit him for 2. And then let's bam bam. Remove the card, hit him for 1. Oh. I should have listened. Although I don't necessarily know if I would be in a much better spot had I taken such a hit. You know what I mean? That would have been a really big hit. And I don't know if I would have been in such a great spot. I think maybe right now I probably stand at a better spot than I would have before. I don't know. I don't know. What's this? It's dropping an enchantment. I'm always afraid of enchantments. You never know what they're going to do to you. Creatures you control get a 1/0. Whenever you attack, create a 1/1 red. Okay, so create a 1/1 token. Tapped and attacking. Okay. So, and then you sack it later. Alright. Hit him for 4 now. Alright, so whenever this guy puts a creature down, I'm going to heal. But when he attacks with that creature, this enchantment's going to kick in. Create a token. Look at this guy. on, man. I'm drawing in nothing right now. I gotta hit him for 4. Man, coming down to the wire. I'm not drawing into anything, and this guy was mana starved for a couple of turns. Problem with Twin Bolt is it only does 2 damage, and these guys have 3 health, so I can't remove them from the board. I could hit him for 6, bring him down to 4. I could do that, but I'd rather hang on to the spell. Play defensively this time. Let's play defensively. If he does an all-in swing for what's going on right now, that's what? 6 damage. But is there going to be any tokens that are created? Another enchantment. When this enchantment enters, exile a non-land permanent and opponent controls until this enchantment... Oh, gosh. He's taking one of my guys. Oh, no. He took Authority of the Consuls. That was the wrong move. That was not the right move. That's going to be 6 damage. 7, 8. Let's take the damage. Oof. 4, 2, 4, 6. 10 damage. Oh my gosh. Right down to the wire. No, I can't. I have to block. I gotta block one of these guys. Oh my gosh. Oh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Alright, do 3 damage to him. So he's tapped out. And then 2 damage to him again. Submit 1. Now that's going to interact with this card. Hit him again, and that's the game. Yes! Ha ha! That was right down to the wire, man. Hung on with 2 life just to get that interaction. Holy smokes. Holy smokes. Oh, man. That felt good, though. That felt really good. All right. We got 1,000 coins. Let's get a pack. Let's celebrate with a pack, friends. Let's do that. We got one more pack. Purchase 1 more standard and alchemy pack to earn a golden pack. Interesting. Well, I'm going to be getting from Pioneer Masters. Different foundations. So many different sets. My guy. Let's get Pioneer Masters. These are great cards. Oh, I didn't know I had a Tarkir Dragonstorm pack here. Did that? All right, let's see what I got. Pioneer Masters. Great set, this one. Great set. All right. Gnarlback Rhino. 4 mana in green for a 4/4 creature with trample. Whenever you cast a spell that targets this creature, you get to draw a card. Interesting. Obnixilis Cruelty. Instant. 2 and a black. Target creature gets a -5/-5 till end of turn. If it dies, exile. Alright. Storm Chaser Mage. 2 mana in blue and red. It's a 1/3 creature with haste, flying, and prowess. Prowess. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, it gets a 1/1 till end of turn. Sick. Zendikar Incarnate. 4 mana in red and green. Creature elemental. This card's power is equal to the number of lands you control. I got a landfall deck I could put that in. And it's in common. Not bad. That's pretty cool. Kind of a high cost, though. So it's at least a 4/4. It guarantees that it'll hit the table with it as at least a 4/4. And it just gets bigger and bigger as the game goes on. As you're on mana curve. A Crowan Crusader. I see this is my guy. I like these guys. The 1 mana 1/1s. With heroic, whenever you cast a spell that targets this creature, create a 1/1 create a 1/1 token. Not bad. Kraul Harpooner. 2 mana in green for a 3/2 creature with reach. Wow. That's actually good already. So he can also block creatures that fly for 2 mana in green. That's not bad. And then it comes with this, Undergrowth. When this creature enters, choose up to 1 target creature you don't control with flying. This creature gets X plus X 0 until end of turn, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. Then you may have this creature fight that creature. So what am I? I'm pumping up an enemy creature? Choose a target. So when this card enters the battlefield, choose up to 1 target creature you don't control that has flying. Okay. It gets plus XO, where X is the number of creatures in your graveyard. Then you may have this creature fight that creature. Why would I do that? Why would I pump up a creature I don't control? Oh, you know what? This is probably for commander. But even still, why would I then fight that creature if I just pumped it up? I'd want to keep it as weak as possible. I guess maybe to send them both into the graveyard? I don't know. Day's Undoing. Mythic Sorcery. 2 and a blue. Each player shuffles their hand and their graveyard into their library. Then draws 7 cards. If it's your turn, end the turn. Exile all spells and abilities from the stack, including this card. Discard down to your max hand size. Damage wears off, and this turn and until end of turn effects end. So it just clears the whole status of the board. Basically restarts the game. Without life totals being affected.
My prowess is unmatched.
Whoa! Nice pull. Narset Transcendent. Planeswalker card. 4 mana in blue and white. 6 loyalty. Add 1 loyalty. Look at the top card of your library. If it's a non-creature, non-land card, you can reveal it and put it into your hand. Spend 2 loyalty. When you cast an instant or sorcery spell from your hand this turn, it gains rebound. Alright, now what's rebound? Rebound. If you cast a spell with rebound from your hand, exile as it resolves. Okay, so I'm casting a spell, then it gets exiled, not into the graveyard. At the beginning of your next upkeep, cast that card from exile without paying its mana cost. Alright, that's cool. Okay. So if I spend 2 loyalty with her, I can cast an instant or sorcery, and then what ends up happening is the spell gets resolved, and instead of it going into my graveyard pile, it goes into exile, and then on my next turn, it can come back out and be used again. Alright, what happens if I spend 9 loyalty with Narset? You gained an emblem that states your opponents can't cast non-creature spells. Wow, that's dirty. So that shuts down everything. Sorceries, instants, enchantments. The whole kit and caboodle. Wow. Shucks. Alright. Now, I'm supposed to be working on either blue or black spells here. So, let's I don't play black decks. I don't like the whole underworld graveyard theme that's in them. So let me see if I have a I have a mono blue flyers deck somewhere. What's that right there? I could roll with that. There's another one here. Let's do that. Let's go mono blue. Switch to historic play. Oh, magic. Oh, excuse me. Mono blue flyers. Alright, what do we got going on here? 2 lands. 1/2 creature drop. Negate. Planeswalker for 3. Alright. It's been a long time since I've played this deck, so. Flash, flying. Whenever you draw your second card each turn, put a 1/1 counter on this card. I should probably mulligan. Alas. I'm not here to win right now. I'm here to complete that that quest. What is this? Legendary creature, Dryad Druid, 1/3. Whenever you gain life, each opponent loses life. Ugh. One of those decks. Great. Let's hold off. This has flash. I can cast it on their turn. If he decides to attack with the 1/3 creature, I'll cast Fairy Vandal and then block. I see where this is going. Yeah, here we go. Ah, look at that. Ugin the Ineffable. What's that? Jace's Triumph. Draw 2 cards. If you control a Jace Planeswalker, draw 3 instead. Befuddle. Target creature gets a -4 until end of turn. Draw a card. Mulang. Mu Yanling. Skydancer. Alright. Let's drop the 3 mana
Even a light breeze
Planeswalker. Add 2 loyalty until your next turn. Up to 1 target creature gets a -2, -0, and loses flying. Okay. Now I only have 2 loyalty now, so I can't spend 3 to get the 4/4 blue elemental. So let's just say you're gonna go to -2
do not challenge a
for
race
no
of
reason other than I just need to put loyalty on the Planeswalker. And now that stays there until my next turn. So that's hilarious. So if you hit me with that, am I going to gain life as a -1? You can't do it. Look, it's like I saw the card highlighted. They were looking at it like, wait, what happened to my card? Yeah, you can't. You're shooting blanks this time, my friend. Really? You're not doing anything. All right. What do I want to do here? Okay. Let's go for the 4/4 elemental. Because I have a feeling that this Planeswalker is not going to be around for a while. It's not going to be around for much longer. And then we'll put another copy of Fairy Vandal down. And then we're not gonna attack. We're gonna play defensive right now. Now I have a feeling he's gonna swing in and get rid of the Planeswalker, and then try and swing into me. If he divides his cards like that, maybe I'll use the 4/4 as a blocker to remove one of his cards. What's this thing? Artifact. At the beginning of your end step, draw a card if your life total is greater than the starting life total. Otherwise, you gain 2 life and scry 1. Alright, well, he definitely has that. Well, I got 4 mana on the table right now. Alright. Let's give our girl a little more loyalty.
Learn some respect.
What? Okay. Spark Double. You may have this creature enter as a copy of a creature or planeswalker you control, except it enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it if it's a creature. It enters with an additional loyal counter on it if it's a planeswalker and it isn't legendary. You know what? Let's do that. And let's make a copy of our 4/4 token. And now it's a 5/5 flyer. That works. And let's swing in for 6. Now, effectively, he's got a 1/3 on the table. This will be a 0/2 until his next turn. Or I should say the start of mine. Right? Is that how that works? Until your next turn. So, I think when I go again, this will change. I think that's how this works. Now I'm tapped out in mana. He's got 3 cards in hand. What is this nonsense? Ugh. Sedgemoor Witch, 3/2, Menace, Ward, Magecraft. Whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery, create a 1/1 token. There's more going. What is that? Artifact. I'm not reading all this stuff right now. Probably should though. Okay, so this does multiple things. If he taps it, he discards a card, create a token. When it dies, you gain life. Pay 1 and tap. Each opponent mills cards equal to the amount of life you gain this turn. Okay. 4 and tap. Exile 4 target cards from a single graveyard. Draw a card. Okay. Draw a card. Okay, so right now he's gaining 2 life and scrying 1. So he's going to go to 20. Okay, how come he didn't go to 20? Weird. Very weird. Let's Befuddle. I could do that once. I got 2 Befuddle copies of Befuddle in my hand. Target creature gets a -4 till end of turn. But he's not going to block anything on my side. So why don't we add more loyalty? And who could -2? This guy. No. That guy.
Bow to the howling wind.
All right. Next. And then let's just swing in for everything. And end the turn. All right. Honestly, he'll probably go after my Planeswalker at this point. 3/2. If he went all in on that Planeswalker, he could remove it from the table right now. Or he could go all in on me and bring me from 17 down to 12. Speed. Let's see. There's a lot of damage coming at him, though. On my side. He's trying to gain as much life as he can. Because he knows it's going to be over next turn. So this is 9 life here. 9, 10, 11. If he can't squeak out a couple more points of life, it may be over for this guy. Yeah. Let's see if we can. Try to reduce that down just a little bit. And I get to draw a card on top of it. Not bad. Okay.
Your violence elsewhere.
There's the 11. He's up to 11 now. And I think that's it. 5, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. bring him down to exactly 0 unless he could squeeze another point or 2 out of life. It's going to be over for him next turn. Okay. Of course, we don't assume that. We always play the best we possibly can. Even if he says good game.
Quell your temper.
I don't believe you. I think you've got something up your sleeve. I'm not going to make a misplay. Sack the creature. Really? Okay. Alright, let's go in for the damage. Let's see what happens. Should be it. He doesn't have any cards in hand, so I think that's going to be it. Unless he's got some trick he could pull up his sleeve here. This guy's got tricks. Alright, good game. It was a good game. He went real hard. You know, he tried. He had a great deck. I don't think he was you know, drawing into the things he needed to draw into. But yeah, he had a really great deck where he gains life and then I lose life. That's you know, frustrating for me to have to deal with, but at the same time, man, not bad. Not a fan of this deck, however. This mono blue flyers. I have another mono blue down here that I saw. I don't think I've ever played it before. So let's give that a little spin. A little spinny dinny. Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? Down here, starter decks. Yeah, there we go. Aerial domination. Aerial domination. Let's give that a try. Let's see how well that does. Unsummon. Wow, I haven't seen this card in a long time. Cloudkin Seer. 2/1 flyer. Draw a card when it enters. Riddle Master Sphinx. 5/5 flyer. Return target creature to an opponent. Interesting. Alright, so I guess I could do turn 2, Sworn Guardian. Turn 3, Cloudskin Seer. Winged Words. One must cast when you control a creature with flying. Draw 2 cards. Baleful Strix. When this creature enters, draw a card. Okay. 1/1 Flying Death Touch. You know, let's slow him down. Ugh. Thief of Sanity. Oh my gosh. Alright, let's Draw 2 cards. Yeah, sorry, that one's going straight back into your hand too, brother. Sorry, man. I am not dealing with that card right this second. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, look at the top 3 cards that player's library. Exile one of them face down. Yes, another copy of this. Unreal. Okay, 2/1 flyer. Draw a card. No attacks. So if he attacks with Thief of Sanity, I'll block with Cloudkin Seer rather. Another copy of Baleful Strix. What is this? Ooh, Water Knot. Enchant creature. When this aura enters, tap enchanted creature. It can't untap. Enchanted creature doesn't untap during its controller's untap step. All right, so we're gonna tap that down. And then we're gonna draw some more cards. There we go. And what do I got? I got a 1/3 and a 2/1. Let's attack. If he blocks, all cards die. I don't think he's going to be willing to do that. Just thinking about it. Really? Wow, he gave up one of his Baleful Strix just to... Wow. Alright, so there's a 2/1 flyer and a 1/1 flyer. What in the world is that? Shadow Spear. Oh. Spells your opponent's cast that target Sharix cost 2 more to cast. Gets XX till end of turn, where X is the number of islands you control. Wow, if he spends 3. Two flyer. Creature spells with flying cast. 1 less cast. Okay, so he's gonna make my my flyers a little less expensive. No. Probably attach Shadow Spear to Sharix now. 1/1 trample lifelink. Permits your opponent's control lose hexproof and indestructible till end of turn. Gosh. This guy is just dropping massive cards here. Massive. Good golly, Miss Molly. Let's see. 5/5 flyer. When this creature enters, you may return target creature and opponent controls to its owner's hand. We're doing that. Decline. Ah! Ah! Oh. Are you kidding me? Oh. Oh. What a horrible misplay. You have got to be kidding me. So I couldn't target this card because I didn't have the mana. It would force me to pay 2 mana. I didn't have it. touch. He wants to remove my... No blocks. No. Three flyer. Other creatures get a 1/0. Whenever a creature with flying attacks, you may draw a card. Let's put that down. We're going to leave it there. Man. Take action. Blocking him. Got to get rid of that card. Even though it's going to mean my 5/5 is going down, I got to try. He's going to gain the life anyway. I mean, that card is just too powerful for me right now. You know? I got to do something to start getting rid of these guys off the table. Oh, wonderful. 4/7, indestructible. As long as your devotion of blue and black is less than 7, it's not a creature. Target player mills X cards where X is the creature's toughness. Oh my gosh. Target player draws 7 cards. Yeah, gonna do that. Are you flipping kidding me with this? What does he have? He's got 2 flyers. I have 3. I think he's about to mill me for a ton right now. I'm probably going to lose the game as a result. Look at this. Good game. Good game. How about mute? How about I mute you? Do I attack? Let's attack. All in. Draw a bunch of cards as a result. Let's see what happens. Okay. What's that? Ouch. Yep, there we go. So he won by milling my deck. That's, yeah. That is so frustrating. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, though. We're getting close to getting this 750 gold. We're 17 out of 30 blue spells right now. So, we're getting there. We are getting there. Hey, listen. If you're enjoying this, just want to say thank you. Thanks for being here. This is the Paladin's Tavern. My name is Joe. And I stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Monday through Wednesday, I usually play Lord of the Rings Online. This is very different on this Tuesday. So, appreciate you checking this out. Because usually Lotro is my jam. Thursdays used to be Dungeons and Dragons Online. However, I'm now switching that up. And I'm going to be including Magic the Gathering on Thursdays. And Fridays is Dungeons and Dragons pen and paper with my wife Jenny. We've got a really fun campaign that we're doing, and 11 p.m. Eastern on Friday is the time in which we play. So if you're having fun, meet me here at 11 Monday through Friday, and we'll play some Lotro, some Magic, some D&D. All right. You know, I do have a mono black deck. This one. That, does not have any of those. It's a Liliana deck. So, like I said before, I don't normally play black, but this deck I had put together long ago, and it works pretty well. Although, of course, this is just terrible. Mulligan. Alright, at least this is better. And then it was a Spark Reaper. So, get rid of that one. Turn 1 hired poisoner, 1/1 for 1. Told you I like those 1/1 for 1s. 1 mana 1/1 creatures. Ooh, Llanowar Elves. Great card. Iconic, even. Let's see if he takes the bait. No, he didn't. Smart. Gotta test the opponent out every now and again, you know? What's this? Nessian Hornbeetle, 2/2 creature. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control another creature with power 4 or greater, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Gonna let it ride. We're gonna let it ride. Instant speed. It's destroy. Wow. Trample. Enters with a 1/1 counter on it. Landfall. Whenever a land you control enters, double the number of 1/1 counters on this creature. Wow. He's going to become a big fat fatty. Okay. Now here's the fun part. If I get my turn. He's not attacking because I've got a death touch creature. Now here's the fun part. Massacre Girl is going to give everyone a 1/1. Well, you'll see how this goes. I mean, if the stars line up just right, it's a board wipe. Okay. All right, let's put down Lily.
I am the master here.
Each player sacks 2 creatures of their choice. What's up, Henry G? How are you, Henry G on YouTube? Nice board wipe. Thank you very much. Let's do it again. Sack 2 creatures, my friend.
Such an effective tool. You've reached an undead end.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get a 2/2 token.
This is more enjoyable than slaying demons.
No hand, so I'm not gonna use that. Let's go ahead and drop the 5/6. Sack any number of permanents, then draw that many cards. Yeah. Tokens were meant to be sacked. 2 copies.
Time to get my hands dirty.
Wow. All right. 3 copies. Holy smokeroons.
I do quite enjoy.
All right. So we're going to go ahead and take care of this guy. And we are going to go ahead and take care of this guy. And we're going to swing in for 5. Now, what's going on here? You may sack a creature. If you do, search your library for a creature or a basic land card reveal, put into your hand, shuffle. Got ourselves a 2/2 with reach. Alright. Chant creature, planeswalker you control. When it dies, but okay, yeah. So Kaya's ghost form's gonna go on Lily. So I'm sure that person is just itching to. Each player sacks 2 creatures of their choice. I don't want to do that again because I stand to lose more than the other guy.
Time to wake up and smell the decay.
Gross, Lily. Really flippin' gross. No one wants to smell the decay. Gnarly. Funny part is that this card here is at instant speed. So if he drops like, you know, Tubby McTubberson, the big fat MTG card, and attacks, I can still get him. Like meow. Right, meow. Shucks. Oh, man.
You get used to
All in. Ouch. Henry G. Lily! I know, she... like I said, I don't normally play black, but this deck is... It's kind of the exception to the rule for me. Alright, I got five more blue or black spells, and I get 750 gold. So, do I do Lily and Friends again? That was an unusually good showing for that deck. I was a little surprised. That was a lot more fun than the mono blue flyer decks I've been using, Aerial Domination and the other one that I made. I really don't like playing blue or black at all. I don't. Let's give Lily and Friends another showing. And then I've got five blue or black cards to drop before I complete the arena quest for today. So mono black, 5 black cards. Oh, yeah. Whether I win or lose this game doesn't matter. Spark Reaper. Okay, turn 3 Spark Reaper. Kaya. Alright. I'll keep it. I've got I've got three swamps. Oh boy. When you drop the cleric class, you know you're gonna be going up against the life gain deck. Henry G says good luck. Thanks, Henry. Much appreciated. Hallowed Priest. Ow. Okay, Spark Reaper. 2/3 Spark Reaper. Should slow him down a little bit now. What's he gonna do? Go to level 2 here? Yeah. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on a target creature you control. Alright. At least I'm hitting all my lands. Ugh, I can't believe I put a demon into this deck. 6/6, flying, trample, sack a creature. Waystone Guidance. Ah, Petrified. Enchant artifact creature. Can't attack or block. Alright, so that's done. Totally done. Let's go with Bantu. He enters. Sack a permanent, draw that many cards. Gets rid of... Oh, there's Massacre Girl again. One more land, I could drop Lily again. That might turn my fortunes around a little bit here. Ouch, ouch, ouch. There we go. Alright. Let's see, Kaya. Your opponents and permanents your opponents control with hexproof can be the targets of spells and abilities you control as though they didn't have hexproof. Okay. What's up, 30-6? Turn my fortune around. I'll spit lottery with you. Exile target creature. Spend 3 loyalty and exile a target creature. You know what? Oh no, that's a hefty card. That's 6. What do I do? All right, Here. You're going down. And... you're going down. And attacking with the 5/6. Next turn, I'll drop Lily. I just wanted to clear the board a little bit, you know? This guy's dropping clerics. 30/6. Glad to hear you all feeling better, brother. I'm on my last week's semester, then taking a couple of semesters off, figure out working more and move. Nice, man. You're getting toward the end. 30/6 on Twitch. Okay, dropping Lily. Let's do...
If I were you,
oh, yeah.
I'd just surrender right
Each
now.
player sacks 2 creatures of their choice. Problem with that right now is then I have nothing to... oh, but Bantu's going to come back. Yeah, okay. Board wipe. Let's do it. I'll take that action. Yep, see, Bantu's
Give
back.
me strength.
That sounds sus. Alright, so coming back with the... alright, let's tap her for 1 loyalty. Get that 2/2 creature on the table.
Yours will be a fate worse than undead.
And then... let's bring out Kaya.
I can get rid of anything, living or dead.
Henry G on YouTube. Boom, yeah. All right, we've got nothing to do with Kaya just yet, but she's there for insurance. 30/6. Did y'all have Happy Easter? Anything special? I mean, it was a Happy Easter, despite the fact that, you know, we were all sick from the flu. We didn't see any family, but, you know, it was a really nice Easter to just, like, hang out and not go anywhere and hang out with the kids. And so it was nice. We did enjoy ourselves. Unfortunately, like I said, I was sick with the flu, but... but the Lord gave us a really nice day in spite of all that. Wait. No, not sacrificing any permanents right now. I'm gonna make another token. Drop a 1/1 Death Touch.
The ill of the undead.
And move on forward with the 2/2 hit. How about you, 30/6? On Twitch, did you have a Happy Easter as well? Howling Mine. I didn't see this. If this artifact is untapped, that player draws an additional card. Uh-oh. Take the action. Another swamp. Another token.
No way but my way.
Drop Bantu again. Not submitting anything. And then swing in for the hit. 30/6. I did. One of my best buds flew in for the trip, and we. Oh, okay. Gotta have some bro time. Very nice. Now, what's the Tridoom? What is that? I've not heard that word before. You talking about good, you know, Good Friday, you know, Holy Thursday, Good Friday. What are they calling it now? Holy Saturday and then Easter? I don't even know. This. It's got a 5/4. See if I drop Massacre Girl, am I even going to get to wiping out that... I don't know, man. Here. I'll put the 2-3 down.
Time to wake up and smell the decay.
All attack. Let's go all in. He's got one creature. What's he gonna do? He's blocking 1/2/2. I mean, come on. Holy Thursday, Good Friday, Easter Vigil, Holy Saturday.
Necromancy is a lot like plucking turnips.
All right. Ooh, do I go for Massacre Girl? Just to get rid of the one card? I don't know, man. I think I'm at a pretty good spot right now. I don't want to... Whenever you cast your first creature spell each turn, that spell gains mobilize. Now it's a 6/5. Alright, you know what? Now we're dropping Massacre Girl. If I can. I may have missed my window of opportunity. Who knows what this guy's got up his sleeve. He's just gaining life left and right. 30/6. I've never heard of it referred to that way before. 1/1s, 2/2s, 3, 4... Missing the 5. I think I'm done. Come on, man. Flipping, really? Wait, why can't I block? Can I not? Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. It's got 8 1/1 counters on him right now. Wait, what is going on? What did I just do? 1 life and draw a card. Let's do it. Maybe I'll draw into sack a creature or planeswalker.
My packs give me strength.
Block.
Yours will be a fate worse
Oh my gosh.
than
I
undead.
got a lot going on here now. Okay. Dropping a swamp. Let's put Kaya's ghost form on Lily. Wait. Each player sacks 2 creatures of their choice.
Don't think ill of the undead.
And then... Oh my gosh.
This is more enjoyable than slaying demons.
Put down Massacre Girl. She's only going to destroy my 1/1 Death Touch. And I got a bunch of copies of her right now. Exile target creature. Yes.
Many shapes, but they all look like a payday to me.
Protect her. And what is the Tep Reaver? It's 1, 2. Ah. Getting out of control. Gosh dang, Warden. Henry G on YouTube. Gosh dang. Yeah, I know. This it's killing me, that card right now. Killing me. Let's just swing in. Yeah, this was silly. That was a misplay. Take action. Another card.
Death is such an effective tool.
End turn. Okay, I gotta go down to, what, 7? So I gotta discard 2 cards. It's fine. 30-6. You encounter it a lot more in Europe, Africa, Asia. In the U.S., there just seems to be a culture of not using historical terms of the church, even if it's a Christian tradition also found in Europe. And how do you 30-6? How do you say that word again? Is it Diadum? Uh-oh. Mobilize 2. I mean, I am going to... Holy smokes. This is what happens when you don't build removal into your deck. Choose blockers. No blocks.
I am exhausted. I say the undead make... Let us march into battle and make new comrades.
Let's see. Bantu, Massacre Girl, 1, 2. That new enchantment is a doozy. Dang it. Yeah, I know. It's Henry G. I know. It's rough. Choose one or both. Return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Return target planeswalker card from your... Okay. Creature card, huh? 1, 2... Let's go with never happened. Target opponent reveals their hand. Choose a non-land card from it. Exile it. He's got... I mean, he's got three cards. So what here can I use to exile? 5/5 flyer, 4/7 vigilance. Destroy all non-land permanents. Yeah, we're getting rid of that one. Otherwise, it would have been the 5/5 flyer. Each player sacks 2 creatures of their choice. Okay, going with that.
You get used to the smell.
Ooh. And you know I could use Kaya to get rid of that 12 flyer.
I quite enjoy necromancy.
Now we're talking.
They're afraid of me.
Bring back Bantu. Not looking to sack any permanents. Hit him with 6. What is that? Creatures can't attack unless their controller pays 2 for each creature. Okay. Very good.
This is more enjoyable than slaying demons.
Okay, let's use Never Happened Again. Let's get rid of that 5/5 flyer. Henry G on YouTube says, "Yeah, way to clear the board. Nice one." Thanks. In fact, we're gonna do it again.
Sometimes people rely a little too heavily on spells.
And then Hired Poisoner is gonna come down again, as well as return target creature card from your graveyard. Who's in the graveyard right now? I may want to go with that Hired Poisoner again. Oops. That was a misplay. And then let's wait on this, just in case he removes my, I might be able to get Kaya. Oh, no, I got a second copy of Kaya. So let's use it, bring back Hired Poisoner, because he did not like that card at all, and I can't blame him. Alright. Put him down, and then we're going to maybe attack with the 6/6. Because I have to pay 2 now, don't I? Yeah. Auto pay for 2. Hey, Lady of Arwen's in the chat. Says, hello there. 30-6 says, ahoy, General Kenobi. Alright.
My packs give me strength.
Alright, and then you know what we're going to do? We're going to, let's see. 2, 4... That's enough. Auto pay for the 4. Let's see if we can, another card.
Ooh, time to wake up and smell the decay.
Snatched up another Swampadoodle. Alright. So, for those of you who may be new, I am Joe. This is the Paladin's Tavern, and I stream 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. Mostly in Lotro, but Thursdays now we're going to go from Dungeons & Dragons Online to this, Magic the Gathering. So Monday to Wednesday I stream Lord of the Rings Online. Thursdays will be Magic the Gathering. And then Fridays I stream with my wife, who's in Twitch chat, Lady of Arwen. I stream Dungeons & Dragons, pen and paper with her. So, so if you like what you're seeing so far, hit that follow button. Or just be here at 11 p.m. Eastern, Monday through Friday, and we'll hang out and chat. Let's see. We get another 2-2 Zombo.
You get used to the smell.
All right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I can't do all attack, but I can attack for quite a lot. 2, 4, 6, 8. Let's leave it at that. I'll pay the 8. And there we go. Wow. This guy was up. He was up high. I mean, he had what, like 40-something health? 40-something life?
I'm gone for now, but not forever.
I got another copy of Kaya on me, so... Here we go. I did.
I do quite enjoy romance.
Oh man,
Mention of yours
I feel
would be
bad for this
worse
guy.
than undeath.
I mean, I shouldn't. He was about to shut me down harder than anything. So I shouldn't feel bad. I kind of feel bad. I should not. All right, what is this? 2, 4, 6. Yeah, auto pay. Oh, yeah! All right, woo, man, what a roller coaster ride that one was. 30-6. Other player quits to lobby. That was one heck of a. Holy smokes. Heck of a duel there. Good golly, Miss Molly. Alright, let's celebrate by cracking open another pack. Oh, got an achievement. 400 creatures with power 2 or less under your control. Let's see. What did I get? Okay, I guess I got this card here. I don't know. The new achievement system is a little confusing for me in this game. Battalion Tactics. What's that? Attack with 3 or more creatures 100 times. Chaos and Fury. Cast 250 goblin or dragon spells. Okay. Well, that's all the quests for today in Arena. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crack open a pack, and then we'll call it a night, folks. Let's see. Let's head over to the store. Henry G. Woo. Let's see. Nope, I clicked the wrong thingy. Let's go back to packs. All right, and then Pioneer Masters. What should I do? A lot of these cards and foundations I probably already have. But I'll tell you what, though, they're great cards. Let's do it. Let's get a foundations pack. Hey! Look at that. I got a golden pack. Let's check that out. What's in the golden pack? Oh boy. A bunch of rares and a mythic. Voyager glide car. 2/3 for 1 white. When this vehicle enters, scry 1. Tap 3 other untapped creatures you control. Until end of turn, this vehicle becomes an artifact creature, gains flying, put 1/1 counter on it, crew 1. Ugh, I hate cards like that. United Battlefront. 3 for 1 white sorcery. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. Wow. Put up to 2 non-creature, non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less from among them onto the battlefield. Wow. So you look at your library and you look at the first 7 cards and non-creature, non-land permanent cards with mana value 3 or less. Okay, so that's pretty narrow now. Put the rest of the bottom. You know, even though that's like very narrow, you know what I would use this for? A deck that is very conditional, where I'm putting down like a lot of enchantments to either lock down my opponent or just kind of push forward some sort of thing I'm trying to do on my side. So not bad, as long as you put it, as long as you can put it in a deck where you're gonna, you know, it's gonna get a lot of use out of it. You know, like I would use this with cards like a Johnny's Pride Mate, or you know, the cleric card that we saw, the cleric class card, the paladin class card. I would use it for stuff like that. All right. I'll get to this in just a second here. We got a bot in the chat. All right. What's next? Winter Night Stories. 2 and a blue sorcery. Draw 3 cards. Discard 2, unless you discard a creature card. Harmonize 4 and blue. Yena, Red Tooth Regent, for 4 mana in white and green, 4/4 creature. Spend 2, tap, choose target enchantment you control that doesn't have the same name as another permanent you control. Create a token of that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary. If the token's an aura, untap Yena, then scry 2. Activate only as a sorcery. It probably would be a good commander. 6/7 flyer for 6 mana in blue. Creature, dragon. When this creature ETBs, return up to 2 other target non-land permanents to their owner's hand. That's pretty powerful. 6/7 flyer, and you take 2 creatures from your opponent just right back into their hand. Also comes with Coil and Catch for 3 and a blue. It's an instant. Draw 3 cards, discard 1. Alright. Mythic. Dracogenesis. 8 mana in red enchantment. You may cast dragon spells without paying their mana cost. You know what? This is actually really popular, really powerful. I actually went up against this yesterday or the day before. And I mean, this dude was dropping dragons like anything else. I mean, it was nuts, man. And he wasn't like, we're talking like, okay, like this guy, this character is this card's a dragon, right? 6 mana. So if you're doing you know, red blue deck, and this enchantment's in there, that's 6 mana you're not spending on a 6/7 flyer that pushes 2 cards back into your opponent's hand. Like, that's massive. That is massive right there. Unbelievable. So this is a really powerful card. I'm glad I got that. That's awesome. I think I would like to take this and maybe build a deck around this. Just shove all kinds of dragons in here. Put flipping 3-4 of copies of this. Make sure I draw into it, you know? That kind of thing. Cool, man. That was cool. All right, let's crack open this Foundations pack finally. Let's see what we got in there. Oh, boy. What do we have here? All right. Involuntary Employment. Sorcery for 4 mana in red. Gain control of target creature until end of turn. Untap it. Gains haste. Create a treasure token. Wow. Jeez. That's the thing about these Foundations packs. A lot of these cards are like really good. Let's see. Goblin Borders. Creature. 3/2 creature for 3 mana in red with raid. This creature enters with a 1/1 counter if you attack this turn. So this guy's your second spell. You put him down on your second main phase toward the end. That'd be the best way to use this. Strix Lookout. 1/2 creature for 2 mana in blue. Flying Vigilance. Spend 2 mana, tap, draw a card, discard a card. So what am I? I'm doing 1 in a blue, tapping, drawing a card, discarding a card. I don't know, man. I've seen cards like this before. I've played with them a couple of times. Not really a fan. And I'll tell you why I'm not a fan. I don't like, even though I know it's very balanced and it probably should be this way. Okay, I don't like taking a card and then having a cost on the card. I'm not a fan of that. Not that there's anything wrong with it, or it's unbalanced, or it's broken, or it's too slow. Like, just for me in particular, if I got a card on the table, I want it to enter and create an effect. I want it to create an effect when it leaves. I want it to, I'm already spending mana on the card to put it on the table. I don't want to have to spend more when it's there. It's just not something I like. That said, just drawing a card and discarding a card for 2 mana is not bad, but then it comes with the added cost of tapping this. So now I can't use it. So, I don't know. I'm not a fan. Gorehorn Raider. 4/4 creature for 5 mana in red with raid. When this creature enters, if you attack this turn, this creature deals 2 damage to any target. Alright, that's not bad. I like that. There's a lot of creatures out there where, you can remove a token real fast doing that. And then I like my little 1/1 for ones. Frenzied Goblin, 1 mana in red, is a 1/1 creature. What does he do? Whenever this creature attacks, you may pay red. If you do, target creature can't block this turn. That's great. That is great. So turn 1, you're dropping him. Turn 2, right? You attack, and let's say, you've got you're staring down a 1/1 death touch. Pay that 1 red, and now that 1/1 death touch can't touch him. And then you could pump this up later on in the game, put some pump spells on it, and go from a 1/1 to, whatever, a 2/2 or 3, a 2/2 or a 3/3. Pump them up a couple of times if you can. You still got that 1 red where any creature, doesn't matter. Could be a 6/6 flyer. 1 red, tap that target creature, can't block this turn. That's nice. There's a lot of, what I'm trying to say is it's great early in the game, offers versatility later in the game, and it's cheap. I like that. Okay, Tiny Bones, Bauble Burglar for for 2 mana in black. It's a 1/3 legendary creature with whenever an opponent discards a card, exile it from their graveyard with a stash counter on it. Okay, so your opponent is you're taking that card out of their graveyard and you're putting a counter on it and you're putting it to exile. During your turn, you can play cards that you don't own with stash counters on. Wow. During your turn, you can play cards you don't own with stash counters on them from exile. And mana of any type can be spent to cast those spells. Wow. So you're effectively taking your opponent's cards and using them against them. And you can... mana type to cast does not matter. 3 and a black, tap. Each opponent discards a card. So you could force it to happen too. For 4 mana and tapping this card, you could force your opponent to discard a card into their graveyard. Activate only as a sorcery. That's pretty good, man. That's definitely good. Wow. That's you know, that would be great in Commander. That'd be a great Commander. I could see that as someone building around that too. I could definitely see that. All right, folks. Well, I think that's going to be it from me for tonight. I want to thank you for coming out and hanging out with me while I played some Magic. Tomorrow I'm going to be... Hold on. Let's go to here. Tomorrow I'm going to be back in Lord of the Rings Online, so I'll be looking forward to playing some Lotro Wednesday night. Thursday night I'll be back here, either in Arena or Magic Online, MTGO, one of the two. So if I do Arena, same thing as tonight, doing quests and whatnot. But anyway, this was nice. I had a lot of fun. It was really great to kind of take a break for what's, you know, kind of normal for me and do something a little different. And it was nice to see the the support. So again, you know, I stream 5 nights a week at 11 p.m. Eastern, and if that sounds like fun to you, well, hopefully you'll click that follow button. I'll see you soon. Take care, everyone. Be safe.